On this episode of Legends of Storm's Eye.
We're standing on top of one of the temples right now, oh my god!
You are wise as you are sexual.
More beautiful. How's that possible?
It's like really close to you, Iggy, and just kind of like sniffs your neck.
You're gonna sleep in
There's
this.
a perfectly comfortable bed right here.
They've
Just move.
clearly been dead for a while.
Welcome to Zarnia for Games and Geekery. This is Legends of Storm's Eye.
Yay!
Whoop, 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 whoop. No, okay, no more dancing.
No.
Sorry, the dancing was a mistake that I made.
I made it. We made it as well.
I led you all down
Oh, was
a dark
that
path.
dancing?
What?
Oh, okay.
We all jumped off the bridge.
Yeah.
All right. What happened in our previous session? In our previous session, the once queen was brutally murdered by Thrastok in...
Murdered? Oh, excuse me. She attempted to cast a spell and I engaged her in combat. And I won.
in pre-self-defense.
She was casting a spell. I
Yeah.
preempted it.
Smush.
Could have been anything. We don't know. Could have just had arthritis in her hands, just needed to stretch them out. Who knows?
We'll never know.
Anyway, Thrastok knows. So, having investigated the library tower in Port Dale, they found the evidence that they needed to reveal all of Hyde's scheme. However, it may well be too late. Legacy confirmed that his father was unreachable by the sending spell, indicating that he probably is dead. They searched as much of the tower as they could. They uncovered letters between the young Hyde and his grandmother, the once queen, and then they made the difficult decision to head to the island of Redrees, hopefully to either enlist the aid of Lord Orogoth or to trick Lord Orogoth into fighting Hyde Gromar for them. They used a teleportation circle that they had discovered and zapped over to Redrees. But they were very startled to discover, instead of the gloomy, mist-enshrouded land, sunlight pouring through the windows of the little house they arrived in. All right, so you've confirmed that this is Redrees. The sun is out, so the veil has fallen. Unheard of.
Guys, this is very strange.
Yeah.
This is Redrees, but Redrees is not Redrees without a...
Veil.
Yeah.
Maybe Hyde already got here and he messed up the veil generator magic.
Could be, but this could play into our favor then. Because if we go to Lord Orogoth with the information that he's about to be attacked, I think he'll definitely believe it now, more so than ever, if Redrees has lost its veil.
It doesn't seem like there's a war going on outside. I don't know. Is it very
Well,
quiet
it's
on the
daytime.
streets and
Okay, so you bend your ear, listening closely. Roll a perception check.
perception? Oh, it's not great. 5 plus 12.
Okay, 12. We'll just use then your base one, which is 17.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to be like less. So I guess you're a little distracted by the people in the background around you going, what is this reason? I don't know. It does seem very eerily quiet out on the street. You see marks of some kind of riot or altercation. There are bits of fabric, pieces of debris, and there's like the smallest hint of smoke in the air.
Are those pieces of fabric or bodies?
They look just like lumps of sort of black leather.
As in,
Because bodies often look like bundles of rags.
As in-
or is
As
it
in,
like people have
like-
like
No, these
dissolved?
are definitely empty.
Have people, are
Wait,
they
you
like,
say empty, but like they were clothes
Yeah, they were clothes. Yeah.
that people were wearing, and
Yeah.
now there's
and they've
no one.
dissolved? The person has
Oh.
dissolved.
I mean, I suppose, yeah.
Sunshine lands and a bunch of vampires.
Wait, guys.
Guys, just come and look at this.
What?
Be quiet.
Yes.
something weird happened here. Look at all those piles of clothes and
How far is the nearest pile?
were we in the house?
Yeah, maybe a few meters outside the front door.
I cast Mage Hand, and I like pick up what it is.
You pick up. You can immediately see that this is the sexy leather uniform of the sub-vampires. You know, the vampire spawn that serve Orogoth. Not as full vampires, but as sort of his enforcers.
This is very interesting. I think it was the sun. It's killed a lot of the vampires. It looks like that's a vampire outfit.
But can you smell that there's smoke?
What happens to vampires when they get hit by sunlight?
They
Evidently
burn.
burst into flame.
Burst into flame, or do you think that's what that smoke is? That
I think that's burned vampire.
Is it-
Could be.
Is there evidence of fire damage on the outfit?
Smells good.
Well, as you lift out the outfit, ash pours out the bottom.
okay, that'll explain the smoke.
That'll
There we
explain
go.
that.
That's
Well, do we see, if we look out, do we see any like smoke rising from anywhere or anything? Or is
It's
it just-
difficult from this angle. You can't see much.
Question, do we rest up or do we travel out immediately?
We have to
We
rest.
have to rest.
All right.
And also, let's just check out what's going on in this house.
Yeah.
Let's go up the house like carefully,
Investigate.
check the perimeter and lock down.
Yeah.
All right, exploring the house. It looks like it's been completely tossed. It's been totally searched through already. You find two bodies in a bedroom, lying next to each other.
are they
Interesting.
dead
Yes,
bodies?
Dead. They've been dead
Humans.
for several days.
Humans.
Oh,
Human.
What did you find? Oh.
Oh, those.
Unfortunate smell.
Wait, but those aren't vampires.
No.
No, those are
Not everyone here is a
people.
vampire.
No. There's plenty of humans. They're the ones who give their sacrifices of blood to Lord Orogoth.
Yeah. Okay, but those are dead humans.
Can we see how they are there like stab wounds or anything like that? And
I would like to tell you, but I don't want to get confused by how they got murdered in the previous episodes.
yeah, I
I
can't
can't
remember.
quite remember. I think that they were strangled,
generically dead. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
violently dead.
What kind of people do they look like? Age, sex, etc.
Adults,
were they wearing?
male,
Are they
female
carrying
couple.
weapons? Okay, were they carrying weapons? Are they wearing any armor?
No,
We
they
go
looked like they
close.
were in bed, sleeping.
Okay.
Interesting. It looks like someone came through here and must have silently killed these people, perhaps in their sleep.
I roll them up in their blanket and gently move them
Are you
off
going to
of the
sleep
bed.
in this
Think
bed
must be
right
pretty
now?
intense.
Are you
Where
going
else are we going to sleep?
on the couches?
Trying
On
to
the
make
couch.
space.
I will sleep on the floor.
There's not enough couches.
On the floor. You're going to sleep in
There's
this.
a perfectly comfortable bed right here.
They've
Just move.
clearly been dead for a while.
And you just moved
Wouldn't that
one
be
body.
mold?
Are you going to
The-
sleep next to the other one?
juices would
Yeah.
have been
Well,
seeping into the
like
obviously,
loads-
I'm going to put the other one next to it, and the smell's right gone. It's not an issue. Hey, look.
Okay,
if
man,
guys
you
have
do
issues with it-
you,
Yeah.
Makhanda. You've got some funky behavior.
Do you want to sleep in this room with
nap.
2 rotting corpses?
Yeah,
Be my
by
guest,
all
but I'm going to go
means.
sleep in the other room. It stinks in here.
This is obviously some kind of like a way house. There must be some kind of a stash or documents or something cool. I'm gonna look around for something.
Well, because also this is where everyone must have been arriving.
Yeah. Also, what the hell happens if someone arrives behind us?
We're going to have
Can
to
I
sleep in
change the
shifts.
coordinates of the thing so that people can't arrive?
You can disrupt the circle, yeah.
Hold. Before you tinker with the circle, how are we getting off this island?
I'll tinker with it again when we come back.
As long as you're sure you can reverse it, because I would like to have an exit strategy.
And a fast
Yeah,
one.
fair point. Can I do that?
I'll say, yeah. You're gonna have to make an ability check on your Arcana when you try to fix it again.
Okay, well, I'd just like to change it so that the door's closed when people basically come and try and teleport here. So that.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
With a little bit of scrubbing, a little bit of chalk, you modify parts of the circle.
Okay.
All right.
Let's sleep, guys. I'm really
I'll take first watch.
Let's kip.
okay.
All right.
We're sleeping.
You find various couches, bedrolls, fabric, and make yourselves
Bed.
comfortable.
I close all the curtains so no one can peer inside while we're sleeping.
Oh, you discover there are no curtains.
Oh, yeah, I guess they wouldn't need.
Fabulous. 'cause there was no sunshine.
What a creepy place.
You don't want people looking in your house, even in a vampire world.
Yeah, I don't know. Surveillance state.
Oh,
I desperately need to sleep, guys.
same.
Okay. Sleep.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
All right. So you all head to sleep. Who during this period, two of you need to take watch. So you're going to take one of the watches. Who's going to take the other one?
I'll do it.
If we all take watches, it means we end up all getting a rest.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So we're
not
just taking
two have
sequence.
to.
I'll take first watch though.
Okay. As you all shift around, closing your eyes against like the daylight, you manage to fall asleep, exhausted as you have been from the whole day. Legacy.
Expose me.
Your mind is racing. The news of your father's murder.
Potential murder.
Has you rolling around. So, very, very distracted, very troubled sleep. It's almost a relief when one of the others taps you so that you can take watch. Jack. As has been happening recently, when you go to sleep, you make contact with the realm of the dream realm of your family. It's wonderful. They kind of come around you and they comfort you. They teach you things. They give you that experience that you have been lacking for so long, a feeling of community and love. And then when you're woken up, it kind of recedes back. All that community and love and is gone.
Okay.
And you're back into the real world and you just want to sleep some more. You just want to go back to that.
Yeah.
All right. So 8 hours have passed. The daylight that was coming through is now no longer coming from the same direction. It's taken on an orange tinge as it is heading towards sundown. What do you want to do?
Stick to the plan, I guess.
Stick to the plan. Well, listen, we'll need to be quick.
Yes.
Pretty soon the street will be swarming with vampires, so if we don't want to be seen, we'd better start moving.
Or will they just come into this house?
Where are we going?
We need to go to Lord Argoth and show him the
We need to get to Lord
evidence.
Argoth.
Okay,
Which way? Lead the way.
Lead the way.
Of course. And I put on whatever's with me and I strike out on the road.
We're just going to walk. Just go walk down the road.
I imagine we're going to need to sneak, I guess, maybe between houses.
I thought humans live here, people live here.
Humans do, but do we want to be, do I want to get seen? And because if they see me, I think they would recognize me. Anyway.
You might well be recognized. Probably all the sub-vampires, the spawn, will know who you are. You're part of basically the royal household, I guess. You know, and your son was raised up, so it's a great honor. You would be on their radar.
Oh, as a quick thought, I should probably think of a reason to give Lord Aragoth why I've been gone for so many years, because he's going to.
You haven't
he's gonna
been
have
gone for
questions.
you haven't been gone for
not yet.
years.
Oh, so long.
But for a while, yeah.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the evidence that you're taking to him, you were working for him in his defense to thwart this plan.
I heard of a plot.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very good. I heard of a plot against him.
Why
and
did
I
you not tell him about the plot before you left?
left the island?
You heard a rumor. Pretend I'm Lord Argoth. So, you heard a rumor of a plot against me.
Of course.
Strong enough and compelling enough to leave my island and my employee. But you did not even speak a word of it to me before you left?
I worried who could be trusted, Lord Aragoth.
You could have
Of
come
course-
straight to me and spoken to me.
Of course I knew you could be trusted.
So why didn't you just come to me and speak to me? Liar, kill him.
My. That is how he'd react, I think.
Well,
He's
there we go. So
very
here's
much
what
so
you
like
need to
that.
say. You need to have a reason for leaving and a reason for coming back. What was your reason for leaving?
My reason
Book
for
of
leaving
binding and breaking.
without.
What was your reason for coming back? You stumbled across this plot against him and came back to warn him.
Why did you want the Book of Binding and Breaking?
To bring it back to Lord Aragoth, of course.
For the collection, as
the
he said in the
collection.
note.
Not
He did
to
say on the note.
bring Lord Argoth down so you could get your son back.
Of
Yeah,
course
don't
not.
mention that.
Don't talk about that.
No.
No,
I don't think you
obviously,
should say that.
I'm saying things that might come up. I'm just trying to prep you.
Just to be aware of
Definitely
those.
don't say that.
But Lord Aragoth, obviously, there's an understanding that he was always going to have
But why
my
didn't
son.
you tell him?
About the Book of Binding and Breaking.
Correct. Why did you just leave and sacrifice Globe?
A very compelling argument.
He thought he would he felt he would do it. He did not think Lord Orogoth would let him, but he thought better to beg for forgiveness afterwards and make him proud with the book than to ask for permission and be denied.
I used to do that with my pa all the time. Works like a charm.
Yes. Perhaps if we sprinkle an element of truth into it, if we say that I worried that I, would not be allowed to leave, so I snuck out, but I thought the book would be so important to Lord Orogoth that it might be worth taking the risk to leave and come back.
But now we don't have the book.
But
we have the
But
plot.
we do have information. I almost had the book, and that is true.
Don't.
Do we know
say
where it
that.
is?
That I almost had the book?
Yeah.
Well, I was still pursuing it. I think if it's fine if I say that I returned because I heard of a plot against him
Yes.
and hadn't yet
But do
gotten
we
my
just
hand on the book.
walk to Lord Orogoth's
Yes.
office?
if anyone interrupts to say, we're here with great information for Lord Orogoth.
A fair point.
And I think that way it shows that you're not hiding anything. If you're
Okay.
sneaking around the town,
We did sneak into the town. He may
Well-
have questions
well,
about how
we could say
got in
that
here.
we took the fastest route that we could to get into the town.
Yes, and we can mention that we were at the library looking for information.
More evidence.
More evidence. And then we found the portal, and so we just took the portal and came straight here.
Okay, let's go.
First time I've ever workshopped a lie, but let's go.
Wow. We need to be on
Okay,
the
but
same
Rastok,
page.
you're going to have to just,
I cannot speak, remember, I'm mute. I've taken a vow of silence. Or
Okay.
I'm just a mute. I'm a mute.
just so that we know. Great. Okay, lead the way.
And off we go.
All right. So the sun is falling. The streets are bathed orange and red. As you step out into them, you turn down the streets and you start heading towards the Great Colosseum and the spindle, the spire, the tower that looms over the city of Cradle, which is the capital of Red Rees.
Okay, where do we go?
As soon as you look up towards that spindle, you can see something is not quite right. There looks like the top has cracked. It looks like there's scorch marks down the sides. It looks like a great battle has been fought on it. And as you start heading towards and the light starts fading, you see dark shapes flitting out from the tower, spreading through the city. Bats. What do you
And
want
this-
to do?
This is normal, I guess. This happens.
The bats coming out is pretty normal, yeah, but there's a lot going on here. You haven't come close to the Colosseum. This is just what you can see at the distance.
Do we think that Hyde has come here already? Are we too late?
It's possible, but if he has, then that could play in our favor.
What are those bats?
Oh no, they're standard, par for the course on retreats.
Are those
Bats all over the place.
vampires?
Those
You hear
vampire
a horn, a long note, which is not very usual for Redrees.
What does that mean?
What is that?
Fight, I think. I imagine.
Call to arms?
Some kind of a call to arms. Everybody stay calm, play it cool.
Is there a way that they will know that we have arrived here?
Possibly. I mean, I assume they've seen us walking through the streets. We have just been walking out in the open.
That was
They're
what I
inside their
said.
houses. But it's fine. If we get arrested and taken to Lord Orogoth, that's kind of what we want.
That sounds.
What's to say that he'll spare the rest of us?
You have been my compatriot. You've been assisting me. I've met you on my travels.
Okay.
Because you have the best
Me.
perception.
Yeah.
You see 5 bats circle and then drop around you. And as they
guys,
drop,
guys.
it's like sand pouring down and gathering up into the shape. 5 vampire spawn around you.
Easy, everyone easy.
No need to use my divine sense to figure out what's happening here. I don't say
Nobody
that.
take
in real
out their
life. That is a
weapons.
joke.
The front one says, "Blood be given."
Blood be given.
Blood be given.
Blood be given.
Blood be,
Be given.
blood be given.
Then you are loyal to the Lord?
Always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, I know you. The librarian.
That's right, brother.
You disappeared. Where did you go?
On important business for Lord Orogoth, of course.
And you return now?
Well, as you can see, we're in the midst of something very dangerous. Now is an important time to return.
Of course. Good. You have come to the defense of the Lord then.
Yes,
All right.
and with important.
Let us escort him.
What?
All right. We will go on foot, though we will have to break through the siege line.
The what?
So what?
The siege line.
Guys, just be
The siege
cool.
line.
The Blood Keepers have surrounded the spire. It is night, so they have receded, but soon. They have great magic on their side now.
What happens on the island, brother? The veil is down.
The veil fell a day ago, and a monstrous set of mages and warriors appeared in the midst of the spire and attacked the Lord himself. We are in a stalemate.
I have important information. We have important information for the Lord that pertains to this very incident, I believe.
All right, come with me. We will get you through the siege line. Straight to the Lord.
Thank you, brother. Blood be given.
Blood be given.
Blood be given.
And one of them, like, kind of like, is just like really close to you, Iggy, and just kind of like sniffs your neck.
Blood be given.
Oh, all right then. Yes, thank you.
Not right now. Not right now.
And he like lifts up your, like, takes your hand, and like lifts up your wrist.
What's happening? What's happening?
We need him. He needs to speak to the Lord.
Just a little bit.
Perhaps a little bit later.
What's happening? What's happening? Make it stop.
Take it easy. It's fine. Perhaps just a little bit later, brother. Right now, we must get to the Lord.
He's so full of blood.
He is, but he's unofficial business for Lord Aragorn.
All right then.
And the leader says, snaps his fingers, and the others, and two of them turn in bats and flit away, leading the way. The vampires draw these black-bladed short swords with wavy lines and barbs, very, very flashy and probably impractical, but very scary looking. And they immediately fall into kind of stealth mode and drop to the side of the buildings, and they start taking you down alleys, sideways, and every now and again they zap into bats and reappear like on a rooftop, scanning around. All right, are you just accompanying them?
Who are the blood keepers, Mr. Sir?
I think I'll
That vampire is kind of like zipping around and ignoring you.
Who are the blood
Blood
keepers?
keepers.
I give them an explanation of who the Blood Keepers are.
Yeah, you know who the Blood Keepers are.
Yeah. The Blood Keepers are
Other keepers of the blood.
the
right?
keepers of the blood.
So they're the
Like a
human. They're like
revolutionary
the
force.
humanoid.
The Blood Keepers are the ones are a faction of rebels on Red Rees who oppose the vampires, but it's very, very hidden. They're very clandestine, and they don't usually have much power. You know?
And
Well,
they're
they're turning it
human.
up to 11 today.
They're mostly
yeah.
humans, but they're all basically mortals, all non-vampires. There's some dwarves among them. There'll be some,
who refuse to give their blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. They want to keep their blood.
Sound like my kind of guys, frankly.
Aren't you?
Me too.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they've got help now.
It seems so. I don't know what this attack
And the
was. It might be
magic.
linked to Hyde, but this is good. This is definitely
Is this
good. For us.
good?
Well, for us, yes. I mean, if Lord Orogoth was ever going to believe our story, now that he's under an
Well, our
attack,
story is true.
Are you
to
guys
be
having
fair.
this discussion in the open? Is this in character or out of character?
this is
Is
whispers.
while we're walking, they whisper.
Like,
Yeah.
All right. You see one of the vampires like up onto up onto a rooftop, silhouetted by like the last orange glow in the sky. No direct sunlight, just an orange glow. And then behind them appears this other vampire. But this one isn't wearing the sexy black leather. This one's wearing the kind of clothes that the commoners like wear in Ridrees, white and red. This one's splattered, and immediately they stab their whole hand through the front vampire. And the other one screams and like turns to ash and smokes away. And more white and red clad vampires warp in. And all around you suddenly is a battle between your 5 vampire spawn guards who are accompanying you and 7 of these other vampires.
Stick
Makhanda,
together
what's
and run.
happening?
Run,
Roll
run,
your
run, run,
initiative.
run. I shall.
Damn!
It's going on. 5,
Natural
6, actually, sorry. 6.
18.
5.
Okay.
17.
Are you all running?
I shout on my action. I'll shout. Run. Stick together and run.
Okay. What was your
I got like 5 initiatives. I'm way down the bottom of the.
okay. Legacy?
6.
6. Jack?
18.
18.
I know, save that. I need to save that roll.
24.
24.
Oh.
17.
17. Oh, and Glenda. Oh, Glenda's fine.
Glenda definitely flirted with the sexy vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was,
Mm-hmm.
and they're sexy leather, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to do them all in one group down there. Okay. The vampires all seem to be focused on each other. But the vampires clad in black, though they were taken by surprise, they seem to be like much more accomplished fighters than than the white and red vampires. All right, they move like with much greater grace, speed. Their weapons, blurs around them as they decapitate, plunge through the heart of each other. This battle starts going on. You are all running?
I am not running.
You are not running.
I'm not running. I'm going to assist my compatriots.
Oh,
I'm going to assist the
We
vampires.
need you. You can't.
No, we can. I need to. If we end up going to Lord Orgoth, if these 5 vampires end up
Iggy,
winning,
starting at the top. You.
I draw my bow. And what kind of space are we in? Are we in alleyway or?
So you're in an alleyway. I'm going to do a little rough sketch here. But basically, you're at a crossroads
Okay.
with 2-story buildings all around you. There are a pair of vampires fighting ahead. There's a pair on the rooftop behind you. There is one fighting against 2 enemies, and there is the main guy right nearby you all. Yeah. So yeah. 2 of the white-clad vampires warp in right in front of the leader. The leader who was leading you. What do you want to do, Iggy?
I am going to run to like the nearest like a barrel or a bin or like some kind of like detritus on the road, hide and bonus action hide. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to hold my action and be like, Makhanda, which ones? What do I do?
the bad ones, the ones that weren't traveling with us before.
And I'm going to hold my action until I see what he does. Like, is he
Okay.
going to make a decisive move? And then I'm going to attack whoever he attacks.
Jack?
yeah. I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna cast that cantrip, that primal savagery one. So I kind of am getting a bit freaked out. So my nails grow, my teeth grow sharp, and I'm ready. I'm gonna ready my action. I'm gonna come sort of take a step back behind Makhanda, but ready to pounce.
All right.
What is your action that you're going to do though?
Hold. Oh, I
Casting
can't.
cantrips in action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
casting.
yeah. Okay.
That's an action.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makhanda?
Do we have advantage on our attacks because they're not paying attention to us?
No.
No.
They're in the midst of battle, so they are like, they know like war is happening around them.
Okay, cool. Then guiding bolt. Whoever is the nearest vampire, who.
So 2 have zapped in right in front of the vampire who was leading you.
Would radiant damage from Sacred Flame do extra damage to them because it's radiant? Okay, cool. Straight up cantrip then. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one truly fails.
Ooh.
And roll your damage.
Cool.
Oh no.
That's not your damage.
Oh, sorry.
damage
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's what I haven't done it in so long. A 2d8.
2d8,
1.
Yeah.
Oh come on.
2.
2.
So
Okay.
I see that Makhanda does that, and I release my arrow to hit that vampire.
Cool. Roll.
Do I have advantage from hiding?
Yeah.
Good, I guess I needed it. Where's my bow? 22 to hit. I'm assuming hits.
That hits.
Yip-wee. And sneak attack. It's 1, 6, 10, 12, 16 piercing damage.
Bang. Okay. It just goes like straight through the eye socket. And the lead vampire, like in front of you, like,
Yes, destroy the Bloodkeepers.
What? Okay.
all right.
Bad guys.
Glenda
Oh, so those are the Bloodkeepers.
Glenda leaps into action
behind.
and is going to hit this wounded vampire. No, she's going to do flurry of blows. Oh, that one hits at least. And second thing, oh, those 2 hit. And it's going to turn one of them into a stunning strike to knock that vampire, to stun him.
Stunning.
Stun him. Oh, no, he passes with a natural 20. Damage. Oh man, I hate playing NPCs. I hate playing PCs. Ah. And I'm just going to say, she punches the arrow in his eye socket the rest of the way. And the Bloodkeeper crumbles into dust. Ooh. All right. Bad guys. So I'm just going to roll some outcomes here. Okay. There's a stalemate further down the alley. They don't seem to be able to like beat each other. Just ahead of you, the captain versus the minion. The captain takes out the other one, the spawn that had been standing just next to him, with a spinning kick. Just cuts straight through the neck, sends the head spinning into the air.
He kicks his head off.
Yeah, kicks his head off.
Through the neck.
Yeah,
Don't mess with that guy.
yeah.
They're just going to the bathroom.
Okay. Right. And up on the other rooftop, one of the allies falls and the Bloodkeeper survives. Okay. So, Legacy, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on one of the nearer enemies.
Okay.
So it's a Wisdom saving throw.
15. Does 15 pass?
But that's my save DC, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 15.
Okay. So it
passes.
passes.
It doesn't pass because does have to match
Yes.
mine.
Yeah, it matches it.
So it does pass. Okay.
Suz.
Suz for that.
What did you say?
I was going to say the white and red really doesn't look good on you, and clearly they didn't care too
Yeah.
much about that at all.
Didn't mind at all.
That's so hot topic 1990s. Hello, Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
What kind of villainy is this? Thrastok, what do you want to do?
I am just going to move next to Makhanda and cover him with my sword, like to keep a defensive position near him.
Okay. Great. Top of the line, Iggy?
Iggy's feeling emboldened by what everyone else is doing. He looks for the nearest red and white. So the one that I shot is dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so whichever the nearest one is next to me.
Roll hit.
Because he's engaged with technically an ally, do I get sneak attack?
Yeah, there's one up on the rooftop that's engaged.
And do I get
with an ally.
advantage? No. Yes.
Oh, there's one who's like loose. There's one who's fighting an ally up on the roof. And yeah.
Do I get advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. 21 to hit.
Cool.
6, 12. That's 14, just 18 piercing damage.
18.
Whoa.
Very nice. All right.
And
Jack?
Iggy's feling really confident. He's like,
Yeah.
killing
Yeah.
vampires.
So is there a red and white guy near me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack him with my primal savagery.
Okay, cool. So you just have to like run up towards them.
Yeah.
They're engaged with the other one and roll your attack.
16 plus
Your strength.
strength. Okay, 16.
Okay, that
Does not hit.
does not hit.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
See, the great thing about Shillelagh is that you can add your spellcasting modifier rather than your like strength or dexterity to hit, which is a good thing about Shillelagh over primal savagery. But
But you look badass.
Yeah,
do look
it just
more
fits.
badass.
It fits her more. But my melee is it? So it's just strength. Damn. Okay,
sorry.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Damn, and I thought I rolled okay.
So primal. So
So
savagery.
primal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you roll your attacks, don't hit. Makhanda.
Cool. Guiding bolt to the nearest villain.
Okay. What do they have to? You have to roll to hit.
Do I roll here? So that'll be 11 plus 6, so that's 17.
17. Does not hit.
17 does not hit.
No.
Whoa.
What?
Okay, we got to spell. We got to spell these guys.
I mean, but that what
That
is
is
a
a
Oh, that
spell?
was a spell.
That was a spell.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man, that's that bit.
It fizzles and just goes past. They're moving so fast with their fighting.
How many of the non-blood keepers are left?
Non-blood keepers are left. 3.
Okay.
Blood keepers. 3.
Okay.
Everybody was vampire fighting.
Okay, Glenda.
Okay.
Why do you have to have so many attacks, Glenda? All right, that's 1 hit. That's another hit. That's another hit. Glenda.
She's really good.
She hits way more often when I roll for her.
So it must be 18 to hit.
Okay, that guy's dead too. He gets hashed.
Nice.
Great.
All right, so there are 2 more blood keepers. One standing up on the rooftop nearby, not in contact with anyone, and another one in fighting another of Orogoth's crew. Yeah,
Surely
on
that
another-
one's now being ganged up on though by all the other vampires.
Yeah. Well, it's the moves of the bad guys, so yeah, they are going to gang up.
So they're bad guys. They're not good guys.
Well, not baddies, they're all baddies.
They're all baddies.
They're all vampires.
All right. That one is dispatched, and the last one flees. Combat is over.
Oh.
What happened?
The lead vampire says,
You fought well for a librarian.
I've learned a thing or two on my travels. Thank you, brother.
Good. They are in greater and greater numbers.
The blood keepers must be destroyed.
Of course.
But how can blood keepers be vampires?
It's,
They don't have blood. They want blood.
Some of them have defected, it seems.
We're not sure how it happened, but Lord Argoth says that a rival vampire turned the Blood Keepers. We do not know from where he came. He just appeared.
Disgusting. I spit on the side.
Yes. Yes. And then during the day, the citizens try to fight, but most of them have split up, taking no sides. However, there is a mage in the lower depths of the tower who has taken over. They are defending the Veil generator. Without that, we cannot fight on successfully.
Do you know anything about this May?
No, they appeared from nowhere.
Appeared from nowhere.
Curious. Well,
But we believe it was them that brought down the generator.
then we
Now,
must
enough chatter.
get to
The Blood Keepers are around. We must run.
and they lead you across the ways around. You see that there is like this kind of siege line or surrounding like the Colosseum and the spindle, the tall tower that Orogoth lives through. But there are secret vampire ways through things. You know, always been a network of secrecy and spies everywhere. So the leader of the vampires opens a nondescript kind of door in to a house. It looks not very lived in, kind of empty-ish, and takes you to a door at the back, pulls out a key, turns it, opens it. There is a stone hallway beyond.
Go through, go.
Okay.
move through it.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, we go. We
All right,
run-
you
run
hustle through. The vampire steps through, closes it behind. You are in the spindle now. This is several floors above the library. There are racks of weapons, black swords up against the wall. Most of the rack is empty, as though, obviously, the weapons are being used. There are, in the distances, sudden clashes of steel and screams, and then silence. There is a pack of the vampire entourage just in front of you, obviously guarding the doorway.
Blood be given. Blood be given.
Blood be given.
Blood be given.
Yeah. The leader ushers you through.
I am taking him to the Lord. To the Lord, of course.
Of course.
Yes, yes, yes.
One really steps up close and sniffs you so deeply.
Why me?
So much blood.
That's why.
Look at those cheeks. I can see the capillaries.
I kind of put the mask down over my face. Stop it from... Okay, this is creepy, guys. Stop it, please. Okay.
Yeah. He leads you through the hallways up into another chamber through various sets of guards. Some of them are obviously non-vampires, but they are well armored with glaives, and they look like they have stakes unusually strapped to them. Looks like they've been fashioned from furniture, staves, spear points, anything that they could get their hands on, as though they never thought that they would have need of stakes before. With all that, you finally make your way into the war room. It's a opulent chamber, red silk, velvet. There is a fountain trickling in the corner. When you turn to look at it, it seems to be a thick, gloopy red.
Ugh. So much blood.
And
What could that be?
at the table, looking at the map, his long fingernails clacking, stands a figure robed in white, radiating sexiness. He turns to look at you. Immediately, the vampires all drop to their knees.
As do I.
Yeah.
This must be killing Thrastock.
Yeah.
Orogoth,
Somehow I think Glenda was already on her knees.
Yeah.
Sexy vampire.
Oh my god.
Orogoth sidles forward, a languid walk, full with the sexual energy of some kind of jungle cat. He places a hand beneath your chin, Makhanda, and raises your face. Tilting your face this way and that, he looks at you. Ah, Makhanda, you've returned to me, just in the hour where I have most need of a good book.
Great Lord Orogoth, I've returned at what is clearly a dire time to reveal a plot against you. I worry that it may have been too late.
You do seem to be too late. Spies and traitors infiltrated the very deeps of my sanctum and disrupted the generator.
'Tis why I have returned, Great Lord. We have information as to who might be behind all of this.
And please, share with me.
Take out the documents out of my tunic. Lay
He
them out.
snaps his finger, and from the shadows emerges someone who you all can see the likeness of Makhanda in, but younger, more beautiful, broad-shouldered, frankly, a stunning specimen.
This
If
is
it were not for the slight pallor to his skin.
more beautiful. How's that possible?
He makes no sign of recognition towards his father as Makhanda's son steps forward, offering up a goblet to Lord Orogoth. Lord Orogoth takes it, his nails clacking slightly against the gold of the goblet, and sips, dabbing away smudge of red from the corner of his mouth.
My breath catches a bit in my throat as I see him. As I was saying, Lord Orogoth,
Yes.
we've discovered a horrible plan against you. This is all the information we have. It seems Hyde is behind this attack against Ridri.
Interesting. Hyde Groma. Huh. The chain of peace could have pierced the veil to set their agents amongst my men.
Seems so.
Seems impossible, and yet here we are. But what do you know of the mage below?
This is the first time we were learning about the mage. Lord.
There are two of them down there. A mage and a warrior of such savage ferocity. They hold the generator. Until they are dealt with, I will be unable to raise the veil again. And then a rival vampire arrived at about the same moment, which seems impossible for Hyde. He turned the Blood Keepers into full vampires. A blasphemy. There can be only two. A lord and his concubine. And he trails a nail down the cheek of your son. The rest are but spawn. Soldiers without will of their own. This vampire has broken that code and made as many as he could. Fortunately, he seems inexperienced in the arts of vampirism, of the Gailleur.
What you say is true, Lord Orogoth. You are wise as you are sexual. Perhaps you could allow us to assist you. Dispatch this vampire and this mage who seems to be assisting him.
What can you do, a simple librarian? A touch of magic here and there? This one seems a warrior. That one, some sort of weasel?
He has abilities that may prove useful.
Perhaps in the bedroom. But I see no spark of power or warrior here. Just a pretty face.
Well, surely bolstered by some of your soldiers, we'd be able to do more damage than we could on our own.
Yes. You offer to lead an assault? I do feel a certain power emanating from you that was not there before. You have grown, Makhanda.
In my travels, I have learned many things. Your lordship.
Yes. And what does the smelly one offer?
Him?
Yes, his odor is most offensive.
My apologies. We did not have time to wash him properly before bringing him into your presence, Lord. He is a trickster, a tricky one, who will prove useful, I have no doubt, before your enemy.
I killed a vampire just now.
Don't look at him.
Oh, sorry. Shot him in the face. Ask him.
And they were,
Yes, it is true. They came to our aid and fought well against the Blood Keepers. Unfortunately, 3 of our own were dispatched.
well. The Blood Keepers continue to turn more of the citizens into cursed vampires.
Perhaps it would be wise, Lord, if you would permit me to say, to cut the snake off at the head. If Hyde is the one who is behind this, then perhaps dealing with Hyde would be dealing with the root of the problem.
It is only my power that holds this spire now. If I were to leave and deal with Hyde, I fear that our enemies nearby would thrive.
But surely there are generals that you could send.
Quite. I see what you're saying, and Hyde will be dealt with for his offensive attempt to attack me.
But not yet. First, we must deal with the problems here. I have devised a plan while you were jabbering. You will go down into the depths and use your magical abilities. You can counter spells, dispel magic.
Very much so.
Well then, you may go below and deal with the mage and the warrior there. It is a battle perhaps I would enjoy watching, steel against steel. And I shall deal with the rogue vampire. One push to sweep them all out. Do this for me, and you will have a blessing of mine.
Of course, your lordship. We thank you for your benevolence and your grace. Your full lips and pale skin.
Of course. And to ensure compliance, my consort here will accompany you.
Absolutely.
Does he mean the sun?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what is your son's name?
Globe.
No, it's not. It is not Globe.
I can't remember if you gave your son a name.
I can't imagine he did up until this point.
Okay.
Geoid.
His name
Polygon.
is Demaroth.
Demeroth.
Demaroth.
Demeroth.
Demaron.
Demaroth.
Demaron.
Okay, I don't like
Were you
that
saying
name.
Demaroth before?
Yeah, is there Demeroth somewhere else? I think of him.
Yeah. There's Beheron. We're going to call him Verex.
Verix. Okay, cool. That's a nice name as well.
Yes, my consort. My consort Verex will accompany you as insurance.
If that is what you wish.
Of course it is what I wish. It's what I said.
Of course.
It has been a trying time for me and for us all. All right. Do you wish to rest before you go?
How are we strength?
I think we're okay.
I think we're.
Is it out of character? We just had a
recharged.
rest. We were fine. No one got injured in the
Yeah,
last fight.
we got
Back
a.
in character.
No, we wish to serve you as soon as possible.
Of course. You are such a loyal servant. All right. Captain, gather my forces. We sweep the gatekeepers. We sweep the blood keepers tonight. I will gather my magics. You defend the generator. Berex, you take them. And your son nods, puts down the goblet, and gestures for you to follow. So as soon as you are out of the war hall with Verex leading the way, he says softly to you, Makhanda, without looking directly at you, eyes ahead as he walks, "You should not have returned, father."
I came on official business to assist the Lord.
There was no official business. You are a fool chasing something that no longer exists.
I'm sure I do not know of what you speak. Listen, you're not yourself.
I am more myself than I have ever been. The Lord raised me up, second only to him in power.
And what did I do for you if the Lord raised you up?
You let me go.
Well, now I'm here to assist both you and the Lord.
That better be all you have up your sleeve, old man. Or I will destroy you.
I'm sure it won't come to that.
So he leads you down flights of stairs. You know that usually there would be the magical elevators, stones rising and falling to get around this place, but that doesn't seem to be working. The magic of the city has been disrupted because, obviously, of the Veil generator. But as you make your way down, you come to a final set of stairs. It's gated. You can see magical sigils chalked on like the floor. There's a final bevy of vampires around the doorway, and they part, let you through. Beyond here, the mage and the warrior hold sway. They have killed any who enter the main chamber, but they are few in numbers. Only the two of them. However, they have the ability to create sunlight.
Shing! I draw my sword.
You mortals may lead the way.
What
I will stay close behind.
What can we expect? What do they like? What do they do?
And do we need all of us to go through? Because if there's just two of them, I feel like
I feel like the more of us go, the better our chances, ne?
Yeah, I imagine they're quite
I
powerful.
could maybe stay behind it.
They just killed like a whole city of vampires. These guys are going to kick butt, and if we don't have all the help we can, then we're going to.
Well,
We'll
is
need max
there
numbers.
is their biggest tool that they can create sunlight?
Yes, that is why our forces have not been able to penetrate.
Can you not defend yourself against sunlight?
No.
like
Perhaps
a,
if
like
you
a
were
sunblock,
slow.
like a SPF 60 or something. You don't have sunblock, yeah? You wouldn't have
This
sunblock.
one should stay behind with me.
Oh,
No, I'm going to go with.
No, you
I think I'm going to go with
can't.
you guys. I think I'm going to go with them.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's
Yeah.
better if I go with them. Yeah, good
Hmm.
idea.
so
Let us get
it's
closer.
just sunlight. They don't have any other powers or.
No, they have turned back all our mortal warriors as well.
But how?
they've turned back.
Turned back, killed, slaughtered, beheaded, split into...
Do you know what they look like?
No.
Okay.
Okay, perhaps it is best that you remain behind then.
I will be nearby, just a little bit further down the tunnel from you. And he steps over the threshold. There's a glimmer of power as he steps through and leads you into the catacombs beneath the spire.
This is Varix.
Yeah, down to the tunnels circling around. He listens carefully. Jack, you can hear nothing at first, but then the closer you get, you hear someone singing in a sweet voice. It sounds like one of those kind of counting songs. I should have written down the text something, but I didn't. It sounds like one of these sort of counting songs, like, you know, this one's for the haymaker, and this one's for the weaver. This is for the suitor, and may he never leave her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy.
He stops, Varek stops. Around this corner is a straight line to
Just
the
hold on.
chamber. I will be in this
Hold
corner.
on, hold on. Do we... Yeah, just... It's fine, they're just not right in front of the door. Because I can hear they're sitting, I can see them sitting at the door and having that chat.
Then you believe you'll hurt
God,
them.
it's going to be little...
It's like little ones.
Oh,
This
no,
big.
Oh, no, I'm saying what we're about to encounter.
Oh, we know who it is.
Yes.
Oh, you guys know it is.
Well, you could know if you watched. Sorry, Terrence. It's the tree under the bus.
It's fine.
Do you remember what the librarian's name was? The librarian assistant? Because I forgot.
I also
left that
forgot.
note page further down.
Rashni?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Rashni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question, do I have, I don't think I can, I don't, it's in one of my pages, but I don't have it here. Do I not have a level 3 spell where I can make people appear dead? Am I wrong about
I have
that?
that.
She has that, yeah.
Oh,
And so
okay.
it wouldn't be a level 3 spell.
It is a level 3 spell.
Is it?
It's called
False life or something.
Feign
Feign
Death.
Feign Death,
I
yeah.
have it
Yeah.
here.
I've got a very good spell as well that I can use.
Oh,
How mysterious.
Can you go from the counting song?
But I needed to figure out what the situation was with the vampies
Yeah,
before.
you hear a counting song.
The counting song. I gotta improvise more lyrics now.
Yes. That was a good one, though.
No, that was really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
But we couldn't hear it
What do
because
you
it was
wanna do
screaming
with
children.
I'm thinking I'll probably mention it to you now in the
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Because I won't want.
So, Jack, with your very sharp ears, you can hear something coming from the tunnel ahead. It sounds like someone singing, like a counting song, one of those sort of like childish rhymes, This one's for the baker, and this one's for the weaver. This is for the suitor, may he never leave her. Varek stops at the corner and says, beyond this tunnel is a straight line to the chamber. I will wait here. Call for me when it is clear, when you can vouch that there will be no blast of sunlight.
Do we know which one makes the sunlight?
The mage.
Mage.
You
Okay.
didn't have to say that sarcastically. I think it was a big question.
Yeah, just so we know who to target.
Suddenly, Virix is right up in your face, like right nearby, and he's a little bit taller than you and kind of just like sneers back his lip, and you can see the sharp, pointed teeth. And he's like, speak to me disrespectfully again, and I will suck out your eyeballs.
My apologies.
Good.
I look subtly disappointed.
All right.
Okay.
We will return shortly.
Okay.
Iggy lags behind as they progress down the passageway, and he kind of watches them go, sidles up to Varix and says,
Your blood.
Yeah, I know, I have a lot of it. Sorry
You
for that.
are a virgin?
Oh.
It's so fresh.
I mean, that's neither here nor there, Mr. Varix. But your pa loves you. And I think deep down inside you know that, and you love him, and don't let this opportunity go to waste. What's happening? Okay, bye. And I run away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
I had no idea how to react to that.
Okay.
So sweetly innocent.
Sweet.
When the virgin speaks.
Yeah.
What did that virgin say just now? I was so intoxicated by his smell. All right.
Order of march?
Are you going? Yeah, order of march.
Cool. I will take point.
I'm at the back.
No, I'm way behind you.
I'm right up at the front.
You wouldn't be behind. I lag behind.
him.
Oh, I guess I have to be not. I'll be as far back as I can be.
And Glenda's going to be in the middle-ish.
I guess I'll also be in the middle-ish.
Okay.
I think I'm in a wild shape now as well.
Okay. Into what?
Panther.
Nice. Panther.
Or maybe. Hold on. Maybe wolf. No. Panther's stealthier. I think, and more hardcore. Okay. Panther.
Okay. As you turn down this corridor, there's like a glow building up as you walk down the tunnel. There's not really any place to hide, but you can go as softly as you can, putting your feet carefully.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Clunk, 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 clunk. As you get to the mouth, you can see that it opens up into this kind of round, spherical chamber, high domed top. There's a hole at the apex of the dome, and there's a lot of machinery. Giant cogs, levers, and all kinds of mechanisms. Gantries spinning around, going this way and that, cutting through the mass. There's some kind of hulking crab-like mechanical thing that seems to be stuck in some of the gears. And you see sitting on like the apex of one of the teeth, a young woman, flowers in her golden hair, plucking off petals and singing her little song. Gets to the end of plucks the last petal, puts her head up, shrugs, and then like pulls another flower out and starts plucking the next one and singing.
I activate my divine sense, which will tell me if there are undead, etc., within a 60-foot radius.
I'm also gonna smell.
All right.
Celestials, fiends, undead, consecrated, and desecrated within 60 feet until the end of my next turn. If it is not behind total cover.
Okay. You don't see any undead, feel any undead in this room. You can feel the vague feeling of Verex a little bit backed out around the corner. But other than that, no undead and no evil in the room.
Is this the only person there?
It's the only person you see.
But I'm panthered.
Oh, you're panthered.
Yeah.
So what, so roll with advantage on, what is it?
Perception.
Smell check. Smell check.
Yeah.
So it's a perception.
Yeah.
Perception using smell.
Perception, yeah. Okay, please be better than that. 19.
Come on.
19. There's the smell of ash from dead vampires. There's the smell of blood and some bodies of mortal guards. And there's also the strong smell of... The thing about magic users and wizards and such is that they often carry these component pouches that have quite pungent things inside. Sulfurs, salts, all kinds of reagents that not very subtle. And to someone with a sensitive nose, you can pick out. There is someone else in the room carrying such a bag.
I can't see where.
They're probably behind cover somewhere or behind the machinery.
I'm gonna get into like stalking mode.
Okay, cool. So are you going ahead of everyone?
What is
sure.
it, girl?
I can't speak.
What is it?
But you can see me sort of like change my demeanor. I guess, so you guys can respond to that how you like. But I'm just more aware that we've got more company. And I can start going sort of in front, stalking.
Cool. Roll your stealth.
Stealth. Oh, really bad. 8. 8 stealth.
Stealth is advantage.
No, I don't think I have advantage.
No real good reason to give you advantage because it's just a plain old tunnel with no
cover.
Yeah,
cover.
exactly.
Straight line. All right.
Can I see the panther stuff is fluffing the stealth?
Yeah.
I stride forward boldly. Clunk, 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 clunk.
Clinkety clunk, clunk, clunk.
Hello.
Okay, you get to the thing. What, you say hello?
Yeah, hello.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Ooh. Someone's here to fight.
Maybe.
Not necessarily. We just wanted to talk at first.
She stands up and you see her pick up probably the largest sword that you've seen from the cog next to her. And she jumps down probably a good 10 meters. Does full superhero landing, sword over her shoulder. And says, clicks her neck back, rolls her shoulders and be like, all right, I'm ready for some exercise. Who would like to dance?
We were hoping to have a chat before we danced.
Wait a minute, we might be allies. There's the possibility that we might be allies. We were sent down here to attack you. But that's not necessarily what we're going to do if we don't need to.
Well, I mean, you don't need to, but it will be a lot of fun.
I don't like the look of this one, personally. A bit of a weird vibe.
Rastak, ask her who sent her.
Who are you working for? Are you working for yourself?
Oh, you know, this and that. Rosny's given me a lot of good advice.
I'm very interested to understand how you produce sunlight, because I think there's something useful here, and there might be a chance for a little double cross against this Lord Orogoth chap.
Double cross sounds so complicated.
Well,
don't you want to fight, Tin Man?
Yes, but...
Oh, she called you Tin Man.
I always want to fight, but as entertaining as that might be, I think there's an opportunity. Maybe your friend might be interested in this opportunity as well. Where is he anyway? Casual look around.
Oh, he? There's no he around here. Rasni? And from the center steps out a old woman, white hair. You recognize this as one of the assistant librarians, Rasni. You haven't seen in a while. She was one of your deputies, but she looks different. You know, she always had a sort of nervous energy, but now she seems calm, serene, and there's a radiant power to her.
CBD oil.
And she sees you and is like, Makhanda,
Rasni. Yes, it is I, Makhanda. I've returned.
you abandoned us.
I did not abandon you.
They tortured me.
Rasni.
They killed Globe.
I know. I've heard.
Ah!
Rasni!
Oh.
Wait a minute. Is she attacking me?
She's gonna attack. Everyone, roll initiative.
Okay, well,
Oh,
no
come
avoiding
on.
this.
I need to save these throws. 19. No,
19.
wait, plus initiative.
Actually, maybe this is. She looks at you. Makhanda, you betrayed us. I was tortured.
Rasni, you don't understand. They have my son.
I know they have your son.
I had to try and find a way to
No
save him.
no one can turn back.
Rasni, there's a way.
Clock.
There's a prophecy. I found a prophecy. All I have to do is get him to walk the unwalkable maze or something like that. And if he does, he might turn back.
You know about the maze.
I do. As do you. I see.
And she exchanges looks with the girl warrior. We both walked it. It changed us.
Well, that's all we're trying to do. It's get you know where it is.
Yes. It is in the sanctum. Some sort of hidden temple below the machine.
Oh yeah.
We need to make that into a gift.
So we're right there now. Extraordinary. Listen, perhaps we can work together. We're trying to overthrow Lord Orgoth.
Are we? Oh
Yes.
Yeah.
In the long run,
So
yes.
yes, we are. Yes, we are.
How
yes.
long does your divine sense last?
Only about a round.
Oh, because
Only
he's going
about
to be
what? An
listening
hour?
to
10
us.
minutes? 1 minute.
Let me just double check that.
I think it's one round.
Thank you. Till the end of my next turn.
To the end of next time. Okay. So it would have passed by now. Okay.
But now you ask.
But now that I ask.
Activate it again.
We are trying to overthrow Lord Orgoth, which I assume you're trying to do as well.
Yes, unfortunately, we did not walk the path alone. One of them, a bloodkeeper, became a vampire himself. He fled and he has raised up an army against Lord Orgoth. And the other one is in the sanctum. He holds the entrance to the maze. We are sort of trapped in a stalemate. I gained incredible magical abilities. My companion freed herself from the darkness that had taken her. But the other two, you may find the path not taken in that empty maze, but what you choose and what you are capable of attaining, well, it might not always be what you want.
I will risk it. Anything for my son. I've never been so close to freeing him before.
Now, how do you propose to make him walk unwillingly?
Willingly is how I intend to make him walk. I mean, perhaps we could tell him that Hyde is in there. If you flee, go further down the tunnel, We tell him that you've gone into the maze and that we all need to walk it together. And we go.
We can try.
You've been there already. All you need to do is go back.
I will not walk that again.
Pretend like you have to.
I'm going to
hide
quickly
somewhere.
come out of my...
So weird when you do that.
Sorry, it's great though.
Were you able to understand us the whole time, while you were a panther?
I can understand you.
Oh, cool.
Just a quick, we're getting a little bit caught up in your personal matters. I know that you want to save your son.
My son who's a vampire.
Correct, but
Yeah.
that's going to take us a lot of time to go and make him mortal where there's a war going on.
The maze is downstairs. It's not going to take a long time.
Well, I just don't know if that's number one on our agenda right now.
It's number one on my agenda.
The warrior wanders over to you and she goes, I like your hammer, it's very big.
Thank you. It's very good for cracking old ladies' skulls.
Do you wanna maybe spar for a bit? And she kind of like flips her giant sword like around. Just while they're talking.
Can I pull Iggy aside quickly? And say, Iggy,
Come on. It'll be fun.
did she mention that?
I promise
she
not to
got-
hurt you much.
Did she mention that she got extra powers when she walked?
Everyone's forgetting that Yagoriel is looking for the empty maze. This is one of those temples. This is like the infinite library. This is the unbreakable armory. We're standing on top of one of the temples right now. Oh my gosh!
Okay, you need to calm down. I'm more concerned about the fact that when she walked the path not taken, she finished with more power.
Which is why Yagoriel is looking for
why
it.
Goriel's looking for it, which is why we need to walk it now if we're ever going to be able to take on any of these people.
Who's down there? It's Yagoriel. That's who's doing this. Why do you think? Hi,
Do you think Goriel is the vampire?
Oh shit! You're here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yes,
people
yes,
just
yes,
forget
yes,
when
yes.
when I wild shape like
I
that.
didn't notice you.
Sorry.
Normally, I hide this. Okay. Excuse me, Makhanda. Frestock.
1 second, we just there's a thing that we forgot.
Sidebar. Yeah. Oh, fuck. And I explained to you what I just said to.
Then we must go down immediately and
Legacy.
take
All
him
the more
over.
reason
Let's
to go down there.
Let's go down. Let's go.
Okay.
What if we need?
What if Yagoriel's there?
Well, then
we
we
deal
do
with
battle with the vampire. We have to go. Wait, is the vampire downstairs?
No,
in
the
the
vampire's out there.
Is out there.
The other companion
Is down
you
there.
mentioned is down there.
Him we can take.
But
Let's go then.
are they
Let's
on
go.
our side now? No.
I don't know.
Well, we seem to be have aligned.
I kind of. What does the name Yagoriel mean to you two?
The warrior brings her sword down right in front of you, plunging it like through the metal at your toes. And she says, "Don't say his name. Don't you say it."
He's your enemy? What an interesting coincidence.
I'm going to yes.
I pledged to serve him, but my oath was broken when I walked the path not taken, and I freed myself.
Is he here?
No, he's not here.
Who's the vampire?
Who's
Who was
down?
turned into the vampire?
The vampire was some, and Rosny pipes in. His name is Jereo. He was one of the blood keepers, one of the rebels, and he decided he wanted to become a vampire lord like Aragoth.
And so who was his partner that's still down there?
The one down there is the warlock they call Empty.
I didn't know that at all.
Moontree. Moontree.
Empty. Empty's not
Moontree.
What? Oh, he was renamed.
Well, you called him empty the whole time.
Oh
He
no.
called himself empty because he
Empty.
thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That was-
that's-
I was extremely confused.
So wait, that's your old friend?
We need to go and confront him immediately.
We
Yeah.
do.
We do need to walk the maze,
So-
I think.
We were sent by. You were sent by. We are here to stop him. We know that he is looking for the temples, and we know that the empty maze is one of them. Together, we can stop him for all time, and you'll never be able to
Jack, you
enslave
hear
anyone.
like a like the scream of like metal and something being pushed. You turn and look, and you see this huge white sphere clunking into place. The machinery starts ticking around you.
Oh no.
And standing on top of the sphere is Virix. I knew you would betray us. But the machine is working again. Now my lord's power will be unstoppable.
Not if we drag you down there kicking and screaming.
And that's where we're going to end our session.
You sort your son out.
So much is happening. So much is
So
coming
much is
together.
happening.
I
Sir,
am.
it's-
Nothing a good spanking could have stopped earlier.
Oh man, I was too soft
We
on
do
him when
not
I was a kid.
No, we don't.
Abusing children on this very
No.
I mean, we're fine.
not a child.
We're
Oh, we
fine.
need to do
We're fine with smashing grannies in their faces.
Smushing
and-
their
She's a witch.
He's an
She
adult
was
son.
evil. She tried to kill us.
He's a fully adult son.
Yeah, he's not a little kid.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and help us write out the cliff notes for like the episodes so that the players can figure out what's going on. I need to have one of those like murder balls, just red string everywhere.
So who are we backstabbing
Connecting.
now?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just keep backstabbing and we'll get there eventually.
Thank you to the Department of Culture, Arts and Sports, the Western Cape. Thank you to Zootee Studios. Thank you to Special Effects Media. And thank you to Malcolm, our patron from above.
And thank you to
yeah.
Josh for doing our sound.
And thanks,
Josh.
Bye.
Yeah, and next time we'll have Glenda back. She's been pretty quiet this episode.
Because she just, because her father got mentioned again, and she's got daddy issues.
She's sulky.
Yeah.
And she would have said something to Sexy Vampire Man.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
We've totally been trying to get with your son.
Ooh, that's
Womp
true.
womp.
He's a vampire.
Well, thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thanks,
Like, share,
everybody.
Thank
subscribe,
you.
everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Love you all.
Nice.
Hearts.
All right. Love you. Goodbye.